welcome back to Wager Talk. I'm here with some of my favorite sports betting professionals today, and we are going to talk NFL preseason betting. Dave Cokin, I'm going to start off with you. I don't really like to dabble in NFL preseason.
Why?
I'm not that much of a degenerate, I don't think, but no. I really want you to give some of our viewers today some of your favorite.
Well, first of all, it's not a degenerate thing. And that's the opinion that's out there from a lot of people, is that, oh, how can you bet on games that don't count? Because coaches give away game plans and player rotations in preseason, and in some ways, it's actually more of an advantage in terms of getting an edge than it is during the regular season. Now, it's not as good as it used to be in terms of getting inside information, because there's no such thing anymore. Once the information's out there, it's everywhere now. But you can still get that player information, rotation information, how long starters are going to be on the field, how long the offensive line is going to be on the field, and most importantly, focusing on teams where there are legitimate position battles, particularly not for starting roles, but for backup roles, because in the second half, you've got guys playing hard and maybe having a little more of a game plan because of the fact they're playing for spots on the roster.
Teddy, I'm going to shoot it to you because I know you feel similarly about the coaches. Talk to me about how you bet the NFL preseason.
Well, one of the things that you have to do in the NFL preseason is throw away any preconceived notion that you have about how good these teams are. Doesn't matter how good they're going to be in the regular season. What matters is how important this particular preseason game is and what the coach's game plan for that game. The markets, the betting markets, tend to move pretty dramatically based on quarterback rotations. You often find situations where, hey, a team's got a backup quarterback battle, but guess what? The coach just said he wants to work on the running game this week. You know, so you'll see the line move. Oh, look at the quarterback battle. And the coach's game plan is very different from what the markets expect. So what I like to do in the preseason is really try to find the spots where the coaches are telling you something that's real and the markets aren't reacting.
Tony, your thoughts on betting the NFL preseason?
Both Dave and Teddy, I think a lot of my points would coincide with theirs. Coaching. There's other coaching factors. Does a coach put an emphasis on preseason, on winning? There are certain coaches who have better preseason records than others. That's a difficult preseason for a beginning bettor, for a novice, for a weekend warrior per se. There's a lot of study that goes into it. A lot of times, is the coach speak reliable? Is it truthful? Is he just talking to the media? But depth, much like Dave said, for second halves, that's really my primary variable. The number one variable is quality of depth, quality of quarterback. You're going to see some line moves in preseason, albeit the limits are typically smaller than regular season. However, the movement usually happens when the quarterback rotations are announced and how many snaps they're going to get.
Awesome. Marco, I'm going to let you wrap this up. Anything to add before we close this one out?
Yeah, one thing that, like, during the regular season, we will preach and drive into you about shopping for lines and the importance of that half point. You know, you don't want to take a 2.5 point dog. You want to find that 3. In preseason, it doesn't matter, because that 2.5 is going to come into play more than the 3, because a coach, if they're down 3, they're not going to kick the field goal to tie the game and send it into overtime. They don't want to play overtime in preseason. So I have no problem taking that +1.5, +2.5 if I think that team has a good shot. So that's my tip for you in preseason.
And I'll add one thing, just from my personal belief. Week 1, the absolute worst week to play, because you have no idea in game plans and rotations. Week 4, also week, you really want to focus on weeks 2 and 3. That's when the edges are available.
Good information, guys. I'm going to give you a nice little promo code here. Manic Mondays at WagerTalk. All Monday daily packages for $9 even includes 5% plays. We know Marco always has a few of those. Hey, guys, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and be sure to share it with your friends.